My name is Rakaya Watson, and this is my presentation on children from economically disadvantaged backgrounds lacking financial literacy to become financially successful. As many may know, there is a poverty issue in the U.S. According to the U.S. Bureau, in 2023, there were 36.8 million low-income households in America. There are many complications that come with having such a large population of low-income households, especially with children involved. According to sociologist Bradley Hardy, these households face financial instability and financial issues, making it difficult for families, including children, to escape this poverty. This begs the question, do children from economically disadvantaged backgrounds face significant challenges that impede their chances of becoming financially successful? To answer this question, I've conducted both secondary and primary research where I've issued surveys and questionnaires to various households with varying economic backgrounds. My overall results show that children are, in fact, less likely to become financially successful due to these environments. My secondary data analysis shows that there are three main issues to discuss. One, we must define financial literacy. According to Koskulenin et al., economic researchers, financial literacy must be taught at home primarily to instill good financial behavior. However, low-income households do not educate on financial literacy as much as other households. Also, with this new age of digital financial literacy and financial services, the terms financial literacy and financial education have to become broader and more difficult to understand, educate on, and apply. Second, financial literacy of young adults is reportedly much worse compared to older generations. According to economic researchers Bredbeck and Williams, young adults are already at a disadvantage in the economy due to limited exposure. But when children are exposed to poor economic states, they are then more likely to act on subpar financial decisions made by their financially incapable households. And finally, financial literacy is not just education, but capability. According to Von Gaudecker, writer of the Journal of Finance, one must have the capability to apply financial education in real life in order to be financially literate. Low-income households do not have these same capabilities and thus will not be able to act on financial literacy or financial education, leaving them financially incapable. To verify my findings, I conducted a survey and questionnaire on various households in the Memphis, Tennessee area. There was a section for both teens and parents to answer questions regarding their financial states and the Big Five financial literacy questions, which were used by economists Lusardi and Michelle in similar research studies. My results are as follows. 28% of students answered the Big Five financial literacy questions correctly, compared to 31% of parents. This small gap shows that students and their households have similar financial literacy, and low-income households exhibited less financial literacy, with students and parents answering less than half of the Big Five questions correctly. This could also show that low-income households are less likely to produce financially literate students. When parents were asked the question, how are you preparing your child for the future in terms of financial success, many responses were NA. Financial literacy is not being taught in these homes, and this is reflected by the households who do not answer the Big Five questions correctly. Some counter arguments to this study are as follows. Koskulenin et al. Suggests that digital services are opening up more opportunities for growth among low-income households. Nellie Lang, writer of the Journal of Money, also states that services like the Federal Reserve will be helpful to those who lack financial capability. However, Lusardi and Michelle states that low-income households may not have access to these online services for financial education, and Koskulenin et al. States later on in their paper that even with financial education, these households still need to be capable of acting on that financial literacy they learn from these services. Limitations to this study includes a small location, digital services where I cannot control the environment of the survey's participants, and sample size being smaller than anticipated. Despite these limitations to my research, it has been made clear that children from economically disadvantaged backgrounds are hindered by their lack of financial exposure, capability, and education. This is my work cited, and thank you for listening.